going on, everybody? It's xGY6 because I got your back. Today we're going to be jumping into Pokemon Duel. So right on the front page, as soon as you open it, it says this game can be finished completely for free. In-app purchases available. For more information, please see user agent agreement. Minors are advised to read this with a parent and guardian present before enjoying the game. Always get permission from a parent guardian before purchasing items. So I actually did find a thing inside the game that it only allows you to purchase up to 5,000 points. I got to figure out more of the point system, but that's good that in this game, they're capping it and not just allowing everybody to just fly to the top of the leaderboards and be the best just because they're paying for it. And it's also to stop kids from just running up their parents' credit cards. But here's the intro, such a sick looking intro. Like, can you just imagine if something real was like this? Like you're just sitting across the table from somebody and all of a sudden stuff started popping up from the table and it was all 3D like. It'd be so sick. So this right here, the downloading, it does say usage of 4G or Wi-Fi connection is recommended. I do highly recommend you listen to that. This is actually sped up by 800%. So it looks like it's going really quick, but it actually took like 10 to 15 minutes to do, even connected to the Wi-Fi. So make sure you listen to that agreement, or else you're going to be sitting there forever trying to get this downloaded using a ton of data. But we're almost done, hitting 100%. We'll get into it. Such a sick looking game though. I'm so excited for this game. Alright, here comes the intro for the game. Looks like such a sick, futuristic world too. It really does. Looks like you're like ages and ages past where we're at. The day you've all been waiting for has arrived. At last, I am proud to announce the commencement of the Pokemon Figure Game World Championship. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the grand prize, the glorious Jewel Tower in all its splendor. Today, Carmonte Island welcomes the cream of the PFG crop. Of you elite players, only one shall prevail victorious. PFG being Pokemon Figure Game. The PFG World Championships are now officially underway. This concludes our broadcast from Carmonte Island. So I don't know if Carmonte Island is actually a thing from normal Pokemon or not. I didn't play a lot of the actual games, so I'm not sure if that's actually part of it or not. D37, this looks like my seat. Nice to meet you, neighbor. You must be here for the Pokemon Figure Game World Championships too, am I right? Oh, that's cool. It gives you options to pick. You can have different dialogue. I knew it. In that case, you and I are rivals. How does that make us rivals? My name's Luca. I'm pleased to meet you. Anyway, hope I didn't startle you. Can you believe we have the same chance to actually win that skyscraper? Say, how long have you been playing PFG? What's PFG? I know what PFG is, but just for it, I just want to see what he would say. But I just want to know what makes us rivals just because I'm doing the same thing he's doing. Like, there's probably 1 million people in this world doing that, but me and him are rivals because of it? That makes no sense. Entering a tournament for something you've never even... You're brave. Don't worry, I'll teach you the ropes quick enough. You're lucky you ran into me. But looks like we're almost at Carmonte Island. Once you've picked up your gear, come find me. If we're such rivals, why is he helping me? This doesn't make any sense. Look at that, though. Look at that. How futuristic that looks. Look, that's Carmonte over there. So sick looking. I'd live there. I'd pick up trash there, even. Alright, what do we got next? Welcome to Carmonte Island. You're here for the tournament. I'll just need your name. Obviously, my name's XGY6, so I'll go ahead and just put that in. XGY6. Okay. Loading. And this is all with Wi-Fi, so that's how terrible this connection is. Alright, you're all signed up for the PFG World Championship. Let me set you up with the basics. This here's a duel set. Alright, so we got some little figures. We got some cards to play with the figures, kind of like Just if you were just to add the X accuracy and stuff just in the regular games, but you get in this, give you some bonuses. And you'll be needing one of these too. Got a nice little mask, all right. PFG players have worn these things since way back. It's like an old... Every contestant has one, so expect to see a few masked players around. Ooh, we get to set up our style. All right. Nope. That's not digging the hair. Go back to the short, spiky one. Nope. There you go. And then for the color, obviously one of my pretty much favorite colors is red, so we'll go with some red hair. Why not? All right, we're ready. Let's go do this. Hey, xGY6, looks like you're entered in. Well, now that that's over, want to have a duel? Of course. I'll explain the rules. Come on, let's go. All right, let's go through some of these tutorial points. Figure out if we can learn how to play this. So excited for this, so I'm ready to get like some of the big guys. This is where duels take place. These are figures practicing with, so let's duel. Let's do it then. Let's go. The first spin decides who starts. Seems self-explanatory. All right, here we go with the first spin. First spin. Nice. I go first. Let's go. Look at all those figures. I hope we get to keep them all. A Bulbasaur. Is there a Charizard down there? The first move is yours. Alright, well, let's move then. How do we do this? Do we just go ahead? The conditions for winning are simple. All you have to do is get one of your figures to the goal on the opponent side. Okay. Seems fair enough. Same goes for the opponent, though. If they make it to your goal, you lose. It's all about protecting your own goal while trying to get to the opponent's. The 6 points closest to you are your bench. All the figures in your deck are lined up there. Okay, so those are all of our guys at the bottom, and we just have to go along those little pieces to get to their goal while protecting ours. I mean, it seems like a pretty self-explanatory based turn-for-turn game. Kind of reminds me of almost like a mix with Clash Royale, where it's just turn for turn, except for it's not, you're just not continuous. It's just one goes and the other goes, one goes and the other goes. Place a figure on an entry point to bring it into the field. All right, so the two entry points are going to be the ones in the corner on either side. So its MP indicates the number of points it can move, but for the first move, MP is reduced by 1. Okay, so I'll only be able to move one time since its MP, or move points, I'm assuming that stands for, is 2. And after doing some additional playing on this game after the video was complete, if you are sitting on an entry point, either your opponent's or yours, nobody can come into the game, or just from that entry point at least. So if you go and down to the other end on both sides and block both of the entry points and they only have 2 of their Pokemon figures in, they can't enter anymore unless you move yours off of the entry point or they come over and attack you and knock you out. So that's really nice. So make sure you're checking those entry points as you're playing, either blocking theirs off and getting theirs off of yours if they're trying to block you off, trying to get to that winning point on the other side. So use the first attack with Eevee and Voltorb. Battles are decided by which attack you spin on the wheel, stop the wheel, and use an attack. Alright, so we just got a wheel. Pretty nice. Just has attacks laid out and the amount of damage they would do. So I got 30. He got 10, knocked him out. He goes back to the waypoint. By the way, a blue attack is a dodge and a red attack is a miss. So you do have a chance of just missing altogether. There are also purple and gold attacks, which have various effects. You'll learn as you go. If you miss, literally any hit will beat you, so you want to avoid them if you can. The losing Pokemon is sent to the Pokemon Center. While it's there, it can be used. Same goes for any figure in the Pokemon Center. Oh, it can't be used, sorry. Dang, he just jumped right back up to me. So what's the next one we're going to use? We're going to use Bulbasaur. See if Bulbasaur does anything for us. Where should we move? All right, I guess it's going to tell us where we're going to move. So we're going to move right there. So what's he got? So if he has, it shows you up at the top 2. He has 2 purple moves, a big miss, and then 1 normal move. So you can actually adjust those as you go. Which attacks are going to be bigger? Your misses, you can shrink some, but you use those to your leveling system. So we're going to move Bulbasaur over there, and then we're going to trap Voltorb. This is called surrounding. Okay, so there's a name for it. If you surround an opponent, figure on all sides, you automatically beat them without even battling. I'll take it. See ya. Oh, and then that Lapras just blocked this point. Now's your chance. If you use a plate here, you'll be able to take control. Okay, so here's the plates that we were looking at when we first got our box. Why not use Meadow Power? So Meadow Power, Grass-type Pokemon deal plus 20 damage. This effect lasts until one of your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by a Grass-type Pokemon. Alright, so I'm assuming we're going to give that to Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is going to attack Lapras, and what are we going to get? 30, get that additional 20, and hit it for 50. But all it is just either you have more or they have more. It's not like you're going to take 50 damage from them. It's just they have 50. You have 20, you lose. You have 50, they have 20, you beat them, and they get knocked down. It's not an actual HP-based thing. But in their figure, rejoining the bench enters wait status first. That means it can't be used for 1 turn. Okay, so even after it's done from the Pokemon Center, it goes to your bench, and you still have to wait. So if you have a Pokemon sitting in the Pokemon Center, and none of your other Pokemon get knocked out, it's just going to sit in the Pokemon Center. Alright, so we did win it. Obviously, it's a tutorial. If they make you lose the tutorial, that's real messed up. So we got the win, got 3 key fragments, got plus 15 on the rating and league promotion in 12-15. Oh, nope, it's going. Alright, league promotion 1200. So we're bumping up. Once we get 1200 more, our rating, I guess, goes up 1200 more, we'll move up in the leagues. So you won this time, so your rating has gone up by 15. There we go. Easy enough. Again, a lot of this is pretty self-explanatory, but first time opening the game, want to open it up with you guys so we can learn this together and do some more Let's Plays. When you win duels, you can obtain time boosters. Time boosters are those little boxes, so you can have up to 3 in your inventory. Again, kind of like Clash Royale, but it's Pokemon, so much better. With time boosters, you can unlock them after a certain amount of time. Let's unlock this one. Just go ahead, tap it. It'll show you what you can obtain from that chest. So you can see the possible drops from a time booster. Obviously, the higher you go, the less likely it is, just like a booster pack. You're not, just because you're able to get a Charizard EX, doesn't mean you're going to get a Charizard EX. You'll be able to open it soon. The amount of time required to open a locked booster varies depending on its color. Let's open it. So this one's just a gold one, real quick, tutorial based. And we got a Pikachu. I'm assuming that's just because of the tutorial though. I'm assuming everyone gets a Pikachu. If you did this and you didn't get a Pikachu though, leave a comment, let me know what you got, and we'll crack that code together, I guess, because I'm not gonna re-download it 8 times, but we'll find out. Oh, that figure looks strong. Let's put it in your deck. So now we'll go to the deck building, see what that looks like, how to adjust the different figures in your deck and move them around and add different pieces. Look at that big Bulbasaur, though. The loading screens are pretty cool, too. That Pokemon spinning around in circles. If you want to change the figures in your deck, you can do it with this button, Edit Figures. These are the figures currently set in your deck. Okay, so we got the Bulbasaur, the Charmander, so we don't get to keep the ones that we had from the original. We don't get the Charizard or the Eevee. But we have Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Rattata, Raticate, Spearow, and now we got the Pikachu. So we're gonna swap out the Spearow. Get rid of him. Obviously, you see I just clicked the Rattata. I tried to get rid of the Rattata. It didn't let me. It wanted the Spearow gone. Figures currently set in a deck will have this mark. So you see the duplicates up top and below. All the bottom ones that differentiate is that it has a little check mark. So if it's in the deck up top, it'll have a check mark on it down below. It doesn't mean you have 2 of that Pokemon figure, though. You can only have 3 of the same Pokemon in your deck at the same time. So you could potentially have an entire deck with only 2 Pokemon. You could do straight up 3 Squirtles and 3 Charmanders if you wanted to. I don't know how well that'd be. I guess it would work because, like I said, we'll see later on, you can adjust how the layout of their attacks are and get different ones bigger and smaller. So you could have the same Pokemon figures with different attack layouts, and we'll go over that more as soon as it comes up. If you win a duel, you get 3 of the fragments, but you can only... Okay, even when you lose, you gain fragments, it was saying. So we got another booster unlocked. We got some rare medals. I think these are used for boosting up your... Used for boosting up your players. Or your little figures, I guess. So rare metals will give a lot of XP to your Pokemon when used as a fusion ingredient. Okay, so how do we fuse them? Let's give it a try. Oh, there's a fusion button right at the bottom. Good on me. So let's check this out. How's this work? Let's try fusing your Pikachu. So click the Pikachu. The figure is set now. What do we go after this? Now let's choose some figures to use for upgrading. Alright, so we'll take those figures we just got. It's going to give us 1,000 XP, and we are... That's going to put us at 1,280. So that's going to put us a little under 400 away. 360, I think. 340. Oh, it leveled up. The figures used will be absorbed. Maybe it got more than 1,000. I don't know. So watch out before you commit. Oh, all it's saying is you're not going to get them back. That's fine. So, okay, so this is the attack dial that I was talking about before. So you could potentially have different, or the same Pokemon with different dial setups depending on how you change them as you level up. So in this case, we have a Thunder Shock, which is a majority of the dial that hits for 30. We have a 2-star Thunder Wave, which before the purple attacks do better. You have a Thunder for 100, which is a really small one, but we're going to increase it right here. I actually tried to decrease the miss, but I think the miss is already as small as it goes, so it made me do the Thunder for 100. And then there's also another attack for 50. So here's just the exchange sales. All this is doing. I don't know why it sped up so much in the editing, but all that is saying, showing the training items. So I sped it up here some just so you guys could see it. I wanted you guys to see the actual attacking though, more so. And then once we get rolling with this, we'll slow it down again and do some more of the actual battling. So this is just your daily bonuses and stuff, which is really good. Here we got the fragments. You can have the fragments and you can gain different, you can buy different Pokemon figures with them, which a lot of these, all the EXs it looks like, are 4,000. Umbreon being my favorite. We'll just blast through some of this. Edit the figures. This is just the evolution. So you have your first evolution, and then we're going to set up the second evolution with the Eradicate. Or I guess it would be the first evolution off the basic. And then we got another new Pokemon figure right there we'll throw into the lineup. Here's just some tips. We're trying to get into a real player versus player match, but the game, I think since it just came out, it's a little hard to get those matchmaking opponents set up. So we'll just go ahead and do one of the trainer setter battles just to get some practice in and see what that looks like now that we have our actual lineup set up. So here it doesn't even actually give us our lineup. It gives us a practice one. So I'm just going to block off the home base, move up, do attack, tied it up. So as you can see, a big strategy is just making that line. You want to make that line and keep them from getting into your base. And what I should have done right here that I just messed up on the bottom left, I could have just moved the other piece inwards and surrounded him and then eliminated that piece that I didn't do. So we're going to keep pushing up. As you see, I have 2 in my Pokemon Center right now. So the next time I get one knocked down, it's going to move one of them out of the Pokemon Center and replace it. So we'll do another attack. Got a shield again. Trying to work my way inwards. And I was really confused right here because I thought they were going to stop me. I just moved right in and took the win. So that was really weird. But so that's what the attacks look like. Here's the plates. You got the figures and everything. And we'll work into those more in the next video and actually get a better lineup set and get more into it. But until next time, check it out. Let me know what you get for your beginnings, and we will do some more battles in the next one. Until then, keep collecting on. Take care.